Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your forecast for Venus retrograde March 2017. Now this works if you have your sun, moon, or ascendant in Aquarius. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what is Venus retrograde, what does it do, what is it all about, and then I'm going to get more specific on you, on how it will affect you Aquarius, and what part of your life is Venus trying to really emphasize. And then by the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out a card from the Daily Guidance Angels Oracle card deck from Doreen Virtue to see what your angels have to say about this. If they're trying to guide you, where you should be putting your attention so you can get out of this Venus retrograde safe and sound. All right, Venus, let's get to it. Alrighty, Aquarius. So, what is Venus retrograde? Venus retrograde is a time that happens every 19 months, and it's when Venus, the planet of love, beauty, aesthetic, money, pleasures, relationships, justice, anything that's fair and balanced between two parties, and anything that we value, that's practically what Venus rules. During this time, since Venus is going to be moving backwards, these things really come to the light. This is a time where we really reevaluate all the things about our values, if we've been feeling unfair about certain situations in our life. This is a time where you feel justice being served. This is a time also of really seeing your needs, if you are really aligned with the values within yourself, because that's the only way to really feel content in our life, to feel happy, to feel at peace, is if the values that are inside of us, the values that we believe in, that we want to follow, if that speaks in our thoughts, in our words, and in our actions, if those things are aligned, that's how we find peace within ourselves. If not, then we're feeling guilty, or we're feeling like, like we're sneaky, or like secrecy, or manipulative. So this is definitely a time where Venus wants to see, okay, are we focusing on ourselves? And also look in 2009, because 2009 was the last time that Venus was retrograding in this sign. So whatever happened in 2009, Aquarius, this is a time where, Venus left an intention in you in 2009 about a situation, about how you should value certain things in your life, how you should, judge certain things in your life, how to bring more diplomacy, more brotherhood in your life. And then, now in 2017, Venus is saying, okay, what's up? What's up with that? Have you been working on it? Are we still on it? Are you nurturing this idea? So yours has to do actually a lot with communication, and it has to do with your siblings, your closest siblings. So this is a time, and mainly your self-expression and your ego, okay? I believe the third house is the house of the ego, is the house of the healthy ego. Because it's the house where we are courageous, where we speak our mind. That's why it's communication, where we learn. Our logic mind is there. And this is all very, it's what's really teaching us about a healthy ego. Because having a healthy ego makes us want to be different and makes us want to do certain things for ourselves. It's what people that it drives them to be something in their life. So when you have a healthy ego, you're able to really break out of the shell and be different and be something else. But if you're an egotistical person, then you're going overboard, and if you don't step out of your ego, then you can get really hurt too. So it's about a healthy ego, and a healthy ego has to do with your mental abilities. It has to do with what is it that you think of. Okay, this symbol right here behind me, this Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus in Egypt is something very important, and it's practically like if you grab the brain, the human brain, and you cut it in half, inside the brain, you will see a shape that looks just like this. And they call that the Eye of Horus, and it's also like our third eye. So what they really believed in is that this was the key to magic. This was the key to creating your own world. Because if you perceive something, and that's the way that you can kind of imprint it in a three-dimensional hologram into the world. You think of something, and I don't know where it's like boom, it's like imprinted somewhere somehow. That's why people can feel you. That's what intuition is all about. that you can sense these energies and you're like, oh, this person's feeling good, this person's feeling weird, this person's feeling bad. It's that you're walking inside their thoughts. You're walking inside the holograms of their thoughts and you're perceiving it. So you're able to actually be intuitive. But this really happens. And this is where our ego comes from. This is why we think we end up being our ego. Because it's like everywhere around us. But if you have a good one, if you believe in yourself, if you have good thoughts about yourself, if you have a good mental energies, you know, not like mentally thinking, oh, I'm not good enough, or that no, that's not, I'm not pretty like that, or I don't look like that, or I should be like that, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, or this is your ego sabotaging you. This is you having a mental realm that could be very self-sabotaging. And if you create this for yourself, you're actually activating the third eye to creating this reality. So it's almost like, one time I heard this awesome quote that said, worrying is like praying for what you don't want. And I thought that was so cool. It's definitely that. It's definitely when you put so much intention and you're like, no, I'm never going to be good enough. No, I'm never going to be this. Then you become that. Your brain, the ego, is not smart. I mean, we think we're smart, like this is the intelligence, but not really. This is just taking orders. Whatever you say, whatever comes out of your mouth, it's taking orders. So Aquarius, I want you to check out yourself this month and really see, are you communicating what you want to communicate correctly? You know? Are you able to bring out what's emotionally truly inside of you into words so people can understand you? So people can get what you're saying? This is a great time to have a journal, actually, Aquarius. It would be great for you to write. Write. If you're feeling like your mind is going crazy and you just are so anxious and you're like, I don't even know what to choose, then definitely write. Especially because after Venus retrograde, we're going to go into Mercury retrograde. And you're having a strong energy here for communication nonetheless, because you have Mercury in this house as well. So Venus is just saying, how are you communicating? Are you coming off beautifully? Like, what is your aesthetic when you communicate? You know, what are you learning? What is in your head? Is it pretty or is it ugly things? Is it nasty things? So it's about cleaning out those things, making sure that you're reevaluating. Is this what I really want to believe? You know, like if you're doing something like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Is that really what you want to believe, that you're so stupid? Because your brain just does that. So you see, you have to just, that's the whole consciousness. It's just being awake. So you're not saying stupid things and you're not thinking stupid things. So Venus is really trying to help you with this. And at the beginning of the month, you're doing really good with money. You're shining in your self-confidence. The sun is in your second house. So there's a lot of self-confidence. There's a lot of energy and drive to make money. But then by 420, that's when you're going to be able to really shine in the communication sector. Shine and actually expressing yourself the way you want to express. Trying to express that healthy ego that you want to express. And then by the 28th, you're going to be able to really put an intention for a new way of thinking. Because the 28th, we have a new moon. So in this new moon, you're going to be able to just put the energy of intention to actually like, okay, I want to stop thinking like this about this. I want to start thinking like this about certain things. I want to forgive my siblings. You know, I want to talk to them about something that I always wanted to tell them about. So this is the time to bring all that out. And writing it could really organize your head, like I said before. You have a lot of drive at the home sector. So yes, Aquarius, there could be a lot of things family-based right now, or just where you feel at home, or who you live with. You know, your domestic sector. You're trying to be driven towards these things. And also Mars, if you don't know how to channel this energy right, Mars can turn into too much passion when it becomes a little violent. So you could get into fights at the home. You could be feeling like aggressive at the, you know, with family or things like that. So just make sure that you're passing the energy in a correct way. So you're not, you know, it's not backfiring on you. And then, you know, especially you're having a lot of family energy right now because Saturn is in your 11th house of friendships. And this could be hard. This is a hard placement, Aquarius, because Aquariuses are the friendliest. Aquariuses are the friend of the zodiac. They're the friendliest sign. And you're having Saturn in the 11th house of friendships. Saturn is restricting this. Saturn is saying, oh yeah, your friends, are they really worth keeping? Because you might be outgrowing certain friends. And that's what, Saturn is really trying to tell you, okay, who are you going to associate? Who's really going to help you? Because, I mean, friendships are good and all and everything, but Saturn is about getting work done. Saturn is about, I'm networking for a reason. I'm networking because I have a purpose. And if you are outgrowing friends, if you are fighting with friends, if these things are happening, it's lessons. It's lessons on even your way of going about friendships. So, and it's also about dreams and aspirations. So in these dreams and aspirations, life wants to know if you're being strong, if you're being caring, if you need to change your dreams, if you need other aspirations. Are your dreams really aligned with what you are doing? Are you really working towards those dreams? How can you bring more structure? How can you bring more organization? Especially, now you're having more optimism. Jupiter is in your 9th house of optimism, travels. You might be traveling a lot, expanding your mind, maybe doing a lot of self-help books or inspirational books, philosophy books, and they also, great time to get published for any Aquariuses out there that are trying to publish something out into the world. Great time to get published. And visas and permits and all of that, that's really good too. And just optimism. You're feeling rich with life. And this optimism is going to bring more goodness to you. And get prepared, because next year there's some changes coming for sure in your career sector especially. So, Aquarius, it's about changing your ego inside of your head. Is it really benefiting you? Is it not? What are your mental activities? Are you having healthy thoughts about yourself and others that are bringing you more abundance? Or are you having a lack mentality, a poor man's mentality? And also, is there anything you need to communicate about? Talk. Do you feel like you're being understood or misunderstood? Don't hold it in. Repression is the worst thing you can possibly do. You should be more afraid of a man that's been repressing things all his life than a man that just, once in a while just lets it out. Okay, so let's see. What is the message for Aquarius for February? Aquarius Venus Retrograde, March 2017. Aquarius. All right. Oh, wow. You got the card, have confidence. All right. Let's see. It says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough. Confidence in God is enough. Along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lead upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buy you courage and faith. So the angels are saying, have confidence and trust. Trust life, trust yourself, trust where you're going. This is actually, the confidence that you're seeking is just feeling trust that everything will be all right. That's when you feel the true confidence within yourself. But it mainly has to do with trust. And, trust, have confidence to speak up your mind. Have confidence to say the things that you actually want to say, Aquarius. This is a time to communicate. This is a time to really talk. Especially if you've been having some sort of issue with friends, if you've been having some sort of issue with your networks of people, because Saturn is here, Have confidence to talk to your siblings about something, or even your loved one. Venus retrograde is a time where loves from the past come back into your life. So don't be afraid to talk about it. This is the time to bring the wounds into the surface. This is the time to do it, Aquarius. And it sucks. Yes, it sucks sometimes to just have that purging and the crying and the remembering and the forgiving. But at the same time, it's so crucial and necessary, because these moments is what actually takes away the baggage of you, the baggage of carrying something that doesn't need to be there, that is not letting you enjoy the moment with your loved ones, with your siblings, with yourself. So have confidence. Have confidence in talking about it. Have confidence in touching on the subject. Have confidence in yourself that you're going to say it right, that you're going to speak your mind. Have confidence, when it comes to anything that has to do with relationships. This is a moment of a lot of relationships and brotherhood, really. Yours has to do with more friendship. You could be reestablishing what a friendship really means to you, how to go about with friends. Are you really with the good friends that you should be with? you know. So, and I see that you're gonna definitely own this, you know, Aquarius, because you have Jupiter in the ninth house. So Jupiter is definitely showing you that, hey, feel abundant in this world, feel expansive. So definitely get into get into the Jupiter energy, get into the ninth house stuff. Definitely travel. Try to take some to travel out. This is definitely the year to travel, to learn something new. Maybe find a mentor, a coach, a life coach. This could definitely expand your mind and make you feel really strong and great to really understand what your dreams that your aspirations that you're going through, you know? Because this is where you're having somewhat of a resistance and somewhat of a reorganization, okay? Alrighty, Aquarius, so have confidence. Thank you so much for letting me do your reading today, Aquarius. I hope this was of help to you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Please, I would love to hear your comments of your Venus retrograde experience and what you've been going through. And also, this is just a general reading. Also, check your sun, moon, and ascendant. And if you want a more private reading, more detailed for you, you can always schedule a private session with me at the link below. Okay, Aquarius, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you on next. Habibi.